Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá ti láǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ mi. Tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody, o gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ẹ wo fọ́nrán yìí.
I don't have anything against Sunday Igboho until he made that statement that.
Calm down, you are safe.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé òṣùbà káre fún iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà látàrí bí wọ́n tún ṣe àṣeyọrí láti dóòlà ẹ̀mí ẹni tí ń ṣe ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ ló ń pè ọ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ò lórúkọ tiẹ̀ àti wípé ọmọ kì í gọ̀ títí sẹ́ẹ̀ kó gbàgbé orúkọ ara rẹ̀. Ààfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà tó bá dọ́jà báyìí wọ́n á mọ̀ bó dọ́jà ni. Èmi tí ń tòótọ́ Samuel Owóyẹmí fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ mi, fẹ́lẹ́ ní gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. Èmi náà kọ́, Ọlọ́run ọba òkè ló fún mi ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Mo wá láti wá yànnàná àwọn kankan láti jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ lórí àwọn nǹkan tá à ń kojú nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè. Olóyè Sunday Igboho tún ṣe bẹ̀bẹ̀ o. Ìròyìn ayọ̀ lélẹ́yìí sì jẹ́ fún ìdásílẹ̀ irú ẹkùn fún olóyè Sunday Igboho Òòṣà. Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé nìkan bíi àárín ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí náà ni wípé àwọn ajínigbé kan wọ́n jí mọ̀lẹ́bí alákòóso àná fún ọ̀rọ̀ iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná Pẹ̀nkẹ̀lẹ̀ Mess tó jẹ́ adídòdupò gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Wọ́n jí àbúrò rẹ̀ obìnrin àti àwọn ìbejì rẹ̀ ẹni ọdún 12 wọ́n jí wọn gbé. Látìgbà náà ni ìgbésẹ̀ ti ń lọ lórí bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ gbà wọ́n padà. Mo wá láyọ̀ láti sọ di mímọ̀ fún yín wípé wọ́n ti rí wọn gbà padà láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Olóyè Sunday Igboho, olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Sunday Igboho Òòṣà. Ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ wípé ó kó ipa ńlá lórí bí wọ́n ṣe rí àwọn ẹni wọ̀nyí gbà padà láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé olóyè Sunday Igboho kì í ṣe ẹni tó jẹ́ wípé ó kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ láì má gbé ìgbésẹ̀. Èmi fẹ́ sọ di mọ̀ pé késékésé lẹ́rìí yìí kàsàkàsà ṣì ń bọ̀ nítorí pé ẹni ò mọ ibi tí olóyè Sunday Igboho ti ń bọ̀ kò lè dá wọn lẹ́jọ́ ibi tí wọ́n dé dúró. Inú ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn ń dùn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fún àṣeyọrí yìí pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá. Mi ò ní gbá òpó lọlé olóró kí n tó kà á fún yín kó má dàbí pé mo mú lórí ìfẹ́. Àwọn ìwé ìròyìn gbé mo gbọ́ kó tó di wípé mo lè fẹ́ fi ìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ ni mo ṣe fẹ́ kà á, mo fẹ́ fi ìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ dáadáa. Mo fẹ́ rọ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá àti gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe àṣeyọrí yìí ẹ má gbàgbé àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn aráabí yìí. Wọ́n ti lo ọjọ́ tó pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn aráabí yìí. A dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ìdúnàdúrà wípé àwọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí eléyìí kó wáyé. No negotiation níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ń tẹnumọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín ni ẹ má fi ọwọ́ òṣèlú mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn, gómìnà onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé, ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àti gbogbo ènìyàn tọ́rọ̀ kàn, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má fi ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Mo kàn tó fi eléyìí sí yín nígbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́ ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe eléyìí tẹ kára mọ́ kíákíá, ẹ jára mọ́ kíákíá yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí àti àwọn olùkọ́ wọn tí wọ́n jí gbé ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Oríire. Ìyẹn jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́. Olóyè Sunday Igboho kò pa ọ́. Mo dẹ̀ ń rọ gómìnà onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹ fún olóyè Sunday Igboho náà láǹfààní láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò tó kù láti lè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ lórí òmìnira àwọn aráabí. Ẹ wo èyí tí wọ́n tún ṣe yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n kà fún yín kó má dàbí pé mo kàn mú lórí ìfẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ n fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Ẹ wá gbọ́. Ibadan was buzzing with excitement and relief on Saturday evening following reports that Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho led an operation that resulted in the rescue of Mrs. Olaide Busayo Adekoke John Paul, the younger sister of former Minister of Power and Oyo governorship aspirant Adebayo Adelabo, and her 12-year-old twin son, Peter John Paul and Paul John Paul, from suspected kidnappers. According to reports circulating in Ibadan, the victims were allegedly rescued after intervention by Sunday Igboho and his associates, while the suspected kidnappers were reportedly apprehended during the operation. Wọ́n ní àṣeyọrí dé bá ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn lẹ́yìn tí olóyè Sunday Igboho tí wọ́n kún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò lọ́wọ́ láti rí pé àwọn aráabí wọ́n gba òmìnira láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Ohun tí bẹ̀yẹn ń gbìyànjú láti sọ nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n tẹ̀síwájú. Miss John Paul, a former staff member of Central Bank of Nigeria and first pension custodian, was kidnapped alongside her twins Sun on Wednesday, June 3, 2026, while reportedly taking the children to school in Ibadan. Mo ti sọ di mímọ̀ fún yín wípé lásìkò tí ìyá yìí ń gbé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ìbejì méjì ẹni ọdún méjìlá lọ ni àwọn arábí yìí dá wọn lọ́nà tí wọ́n sì jí wọn gbé. Ẹ wá gbọ́. The reported rescue has generated widespread jubilation among family members, friends, and residents, with many expressing relief over the safety of the victim after days of uncertainty. Ibi tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni wípé olóyè Sunday Igboho àwọn náà pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò ọlọ́pàá mo lérò pé ẹ rí fọ́nrán yẹn dáadáa. Fọ́nrán yẹn ni mo fi wọlé. Irú ẹkùn kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu lásán. Olóyè Sunday Igboho irú ẹkùn tí wọ́n dá sílẹ̀ yìí kì í ṣe jẹkọjẹkọ. Èmi á rọ àwọn èèyàn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn pẹ̀lú èyí tí olóyè Sunday Igboho ṣe yìí dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká fún ẹni yìí láàyè láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò tó kù. Ẹ kó wọn tira láti ṣe àṣeyọrí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yìí náà. Olóyè Sunday Igboho kì í ṣe ní kì í ṣàná ni wọ́n ti sọ nípa àwọn ti rẹ́dì, àwọn ti ṣetán láti fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò mìíràn lórí ìdásílẹ̀ irú ẹkùn yìí, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n jí gbé yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fún wọn láàyè. Ẹ rí àṣeyọrí èyí tí wọ́n ṣe yìí. Èmi kan sára sí olóyè Sunday Igboho pé wọ́n tún ṣe àṣeyọrí yìí. Ọjọ́ tí wọn ò lè gbàgbé ní 6/6/2026. Àná ni àṣeyọrí yẹn wáyé kó tó di pé wọ́n fi léde ní òní tó fi di ìlú mọ̀ọ́ká. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bú olóyè Sunday Igboho ó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù ní ibo lẹ fẹ́ fi ojú sí lásìkò yìí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ wípé irú ẹkùn kò yẹ kó wáyé, kò yẹ kí wọ́n fún un láǹfààní láti ti ọwọ́ olóyè Sunday Igboho wáyé, ibo lẹ fẹ́ fi ojú sí lásìkò yìí. Ẹ̀yin tí Gani Adams tẹ́ ń sọ wípé kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ibo lẹ fẹ́ fojú sí lásìkò yìí. Ẹ̀yin tí OPC ìpè lélẹ́yìí fún ẹ̀yin náà láti jára mọ́ ohun tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká envy àṣeyọrí yìí látọ̀dọ̀ olóyè Sunday Igboho. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí wake up call sí ẹ̀yin náà láti tẹra mọ́ iṣẹ́ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo wa ni. Olóyè Sunday Igboho ti fi tinútinú tọkàntọkàn tún ṣe àṣeyọrí pẹ̀lú eléyìí o, nítorí wípé wọ́n ní ìfẹ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n mú ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n mú lókùnkúndùn ló bí àṣeyọrí yìí. Kò ní tán síbẹ̀ o, olóyè Sunday Igboho ẹ máa rí fúnra yín báyìí lẹ́ẹ̀ máa rí. Irú ẹkùn has come to stay. Irú ẹkùn ti wáyé láti wá ṣe ohun tí Ọlọ́run rán láti wá ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá láti ọwọ́ olóyè Sunday Igboho. Ẹ jẹ́ ká polongo eléyìí, ẹ ká pín káàkiri kí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀tá àbí tí wọ́n jẹ́ aninilára sí olóyè Sunday Igboho kán lè tún rí pé eléyìí níbi ṣeré-ṣeré kì í ṣe kékeré rárá, kì í ṣe kèrémí. Olóyè Sunday Igboho ti ṣe eléyìí náà. Òun ni mo kà fún yín tẹ́gbọ́ yìí, kì í ṣe pé wọ́n lọ gbé jáde, kì í ṣe wípé wọ́n lọ ṣe àgbélẹ̀rọ ẹ̀. Ìwé ìròyìn gbé wípé olóyè Sunday Igboho wọn kó ipa ribiribi nípa bí wọ́n ṣe gba àwọn ọmọ ìbejì yìí àti ìyá wọn padà láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. What a victory. Eléyìí ló wá bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn kan sọ pé kó lọ gbé olóyè Sunday kan invite ẹ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo tẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí olóyè Sunday Igboho, wọn ráyè àti máa fáwọn èèyàn kan lésì lásìkò yìí. Action ni wọ́n ń wá, ni wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbé jáde lásìkò yìí. Òun ló máa mú mi lọ sọ́dọ̀ Ọmọyẹlé Sowore. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Ọmọyẹlé Sowore dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ o, ó sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan nípa olóyè Sunday Igboho tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́. Kẹ́yìn náà lè fún ní èsì tó tọ́ àti èyí tó yẹ. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti pẹ́, ó tún mẹ́nu bà á lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Mo fẹ́ fi tún yín létí ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ kẹ́ ẹ lè mọ̀ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tún wà lẹ́ yìí ọ̀tá pọ̀ fún olóyè Sunday Igboho. Ó sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn débì kan tẹ́yìn náà á fi ti ara yín gbọ́. Once again, congratulations to olóyè Sunday Igboho nítorí wọ́n ṣe àṣeyọrí yìí. Inú èmi dùn sí i. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n jí gbé, ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ à ń bẹ̀ yín ni, tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. À ń bẹ̀ yín ni gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tó bá yẹ kẹ́ gbé ẹ gbé, àti gbọ́ wípé ti fòfin de àwọn ọlọ́kadà láti má rìn ní alẹ́ mọ́ ìdájí mọ́, ìyẹn náà dáa. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá Fálànà sọ, gómìnà onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé, tí ẹ bá lè tẹ̀lé, ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ẹ bá lè tẹ̀lé, ẹ gbìyànjú kẹ́ tẹ̀lé láti dóòlà àwọn ọmọ yìí. A dúpẹ́ wípé ẹ ṣe léyìí, ẹ tún rántí àwọn ọmọ yìí o. A bẹ̀ yín ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú yín lọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ọmọyẹlé Sowore sọ lórí wípé olóyè Sunday Igboho ìgbà kan tàmẹ̀dù kan. Ẹ bá mi pín fọ́nrán yẹn, ẹ bá mi like, ẹ dẹ̀ bá mi share káàkiri. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká débẹ̀.
Arrest is not anything that can stop us from. We have revolutionary duties in this country. We have told you there are 3 places for anybody who is doing activism at our level. First is arrest, detention, prison. Second is a place of exile where you run away. And the third is the graveyard. Any of those can happen at any time, especially if you are doing the level of activism that we're doing. And I know it will scare some of you. We don't want you to die. Everybody will die one day. So there was no way that could have been prevented. I was in court yesterday and you were probably there. Journalists were there asking me, are you not afraid that soldiers are in front of us? Who are soldiers? Soldiers are people employed by the people giving guns to protect us. And the uniform is the only difference between us and the soldiers. And the gun they are carrying. And we also factored in soldiers even in this struggle because they are the ones who are dying needlessly in these wars created by foolish politicians. Exactly. So soldiers, police, we don't have anything against you except when you overstep your bounds and we put you back in your place regardless of what you're wearing on your shoulder. Yes.
Yesterday, Sunday Igboho made a statement saying that he can tell us the people responsible for the kidnap of children in Oyo State, and he seemed very bold about that. What do you have to say?
What is he waiting for? Just tell us so that we can find them. But I don't want to keep playing words with non-state actors or individuals. I've told you before, I don't have anything against Sunday Igboho until he made that statement that anybody who's not supporting Tinubu cannot campaign in Yoruba. That's where, for me, he crossed the line. And he and I have spoken. He sent me a message that he didn't mean it that way. So anybody in this country that can help fix the country, as long as they're not committing crime, we're in support of them. When we were students, we formed vigilantes against cultists. When we were students, we fought vigilantes against DSS who infiltrated and were trying to kill students, police. So we're the ones. I'm one of the people that started OPC. I'm one of the people that started the Niger Delta struggle you are seeing, even though I wasn't a militant because I don't believe in violence. We did the Karama Declaration with Toronto Douglas and the rest of the guys. So, because I was born in Niger Delta, and you guys know I maintain multiple, ethnicity. Part of me is Yoruba, Hausa, Ijo, Igbo. I'm Igbo by music. I'm Idoma by Igala by the kind of clothes you guys wear. Fashion. So I am everything. So I'm not the kind of person who say I'm for everybody but for nobody. I'm for everybody. I'm for everybody. Yes. Yes.
We got the protest yesterday, and that's happening in the country right now. I want you to pass the message to all the human rights activists. If there's a coming together, one voice, how strong do we feel we can?
You see, anybody who is doing human rights don't need special invitation to support what is going on. Except we are not doing human rights. When we were in the university, we didn't have WhatsApp groups, we didn't have telephones, no mobile phones. Yet, when students say they are opposed to a problem, all the students will fall in without any special meetings. We used to have meetings only once. Now we have WhatsApp, you have Facebook, you have TikTok. If you're an activist, nobody needs, we are not traditional rulers that needs to be invited and some rituals have to be undertaken. Except you are not an activist and you are just moonlighting as an activist. If you're an activist, you wake up in the morning, you see injustice, you fight against it. And you look for the nearest person around you to hold hands together and fight for it. I'm not in the kind of activism that is looking for awards or recognition. When I was doing journalism, it's the same thing. I didn't care. I didn't belong to the NUJ. So, and I don't go for awards. You can't give me an award. It is those people who are looking for recognition and accolades that are always waiting to be invited. The injustice has already reached your house. In fact, everybody should be a human rights activist now. Because that's the only way you can survive. Otherwise, the kidnappers are on your doorsteps already. They are in every city. They are surrounded every school. Very soon, you will find out that these guys have penetrated everywhere. So, be waiting to be invited to do human rights activism and revolution now.
If by tomorrow this country will hand over to you from Eagle Square, what is your first priority?
The first priority, you see that in there?
Black Maria.
It will not be transporting anybody again, but it will transport the first set of people to Kuje prison. You know them, Tinubu them. No, but on the serious note, I've always said that sending people to prison is not public policy for serious leaders. Yeah, it's the distraction. What we come for is justice. And when I mean justice, it's first and foremost to restore progress and prosperity to this country. And I've always said it's not a matter of what's the first thing you do. It's what are you doing all together. Because start growing electricity on the first day. We are fighting to ensure that this security problem is resolved immediately, using technology, using medium and long term, whatever strategy we can use. We are going to start funding education on the first day. We are going to start funding healthcare. We are fixing our roads starting from the first day. You are not going to see me on in fact, if anybody puts a newspaper advert celebrating my 100 days in office, I'll find the person, hunt the person down, and make sure that you never do that nonsense again. And if you are in my cabinet, you are fired on that day. That means you don't have work for you to wait for 100 days before you are counting 100 days. People are already dying before you are elected into office. So it's going to be all of this starting at the same time, because no one single solution can solve Nigeria's problem. There has to be a set of solutions starting at the same time. All of them are interlinked and interwoven. Your security is interwoven with economic development, it's interwoven with education, it's interwoven with generation of electricity, it's interwoven with agriculture and food security, it's interwoven with healthcare, it's interwoven with tourism. Because without security, you can't have tourist centers. You can have, even the technology we are talking about will not work as long as there's security. This insecurity started first by taking down churches.
Exactly.
And then they started taking down telecom infrastructures so that people cannot communicate. So they go after everything. And now it's gone round and they are taking down mosque as well. Because that's the goal. It was about taking over this country and making sure that it doesn't work for us. But the most interesting thing and important thing is for you to know that the people who are doing it are in government. Either those who are directly funding it, or those who are encouraging it, or those who are ignoring it. They are all the same.
Okay, sir. And about the
In one of the newspapers today, we saw that the bandits are giving a demand for Oyo State to be turned into Sharia state and some other demands. What will you say to people as regards the official on ground?
I have not heard officially that these people made any demands. It's because there's a lot of rumors.
Yeah.
And this do-nothing government can even manufacture demands so that they will scare you from, expecting the kids who are under siege or in kidnappers' den. A serious government will not be transmitting demands. It should be the terrorists who are fulfilling the demands of the Nigerian government by now, in ensuring that they release all these kids and they are on the run, and we must hunt them down wherever they go to. So all these things you are hearing that they are making this demand, they also love it. And I've said this before. The Nigerian government loves it when things are not working. Because then you start trying to figure out, you start making rumors, and before you know it, BB Nigeria has started again. And you are all completely in the lockdown for another 6 months, watching people doing what you do at home without putting it on camera. So, rubbish. So let's focus on, don't let us participate in the distraction and the rumors. Let's focus on the results. Bring back these girls. It's as simple as that. I mean the school kids and their teachers. And we are saying it applies to every kidnapped person in the country.
Okay, so about the INEC data leak, about the guy contesting for elections, he's saying that he's scared. Now, what do you think about this development? How can a whole body like INEC...
Anybody that is scared should not be in politics. Even if they don't leak your data, they can give it to anybody. But I want to say this. If any one of you is expecting that police will do anything about data leak, you are just wasting your time. All that paparazzi or distraction they are doing by inviting wikis, they just want to make you let it go away. INEC is the number 22nd political party in Nigeria. There are 21. INEC is the 22nd. And they operate interestingly on behalf of the so-called number one political party, APC, the ruling party. So anything, there's nobody who should even be doubting it. If the president is the one who appointed the chairman of INEC, appointed the electoral commission, appointed state commissioners of INEC, what do you expect? Nothing. They don't even need to leak data. I told you before that this INEC used data from voters to prepare membership register for APC in 2022. So it's not the first time they do this kind of a thing. So, they are probably doing it as we speak. Yes.
Okay, so one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
And First Lady, Remi Tinubu, has seen sharing cars for ladies in the APC in the midst of the insecurity and when children have been kidnapped, and she has not said anything about it, rather she has been sharing cars.
How are you sure that they are not the ones who kidnapped the kids? Because that's what Fayose said, that he believed that it's the Oyo State governor that, and Oyo State governor is saying, I'm not the one, but then Sunday Igboho says he knows the people. So, and if he has not been able to mention the names of the people, they are probably these people. You'll be surprised one day that we find out that they carried out this kidnap themselves. I used to say it when Buhari was in power, and this criminal guy was there as the Attorney General, who now comes here, that they are the ones behind terrorism. Well, it was when he got to office that it was leaked that he was taking money from terrorists, financiers in this country. They came out, this was disclosed in this court. But I used to be the only person who said it, and they will come and attack us when we come to court. So how are you sure that these people are not the one who kidnapped your children? And the other thing is that most of you don't understand that those in power don't live in the same planet as you. For them, it's about the next election. You are the one who is worried about kidnapped kids. The kids are now kidnapped who are on the street. Who cares for them? Nobody. Yes.
By God's grace, if you are elected in power,
yes,
you understand that the strength of this country depends mostly on the fuel, which is every day going up, dancing up and up. What is your intention and what is the plan?
You see, don't use the word fuel when we are talking about us. We talk about energy. Energy also includes transitioning from this basic reliance on fossil fuel and the black economy, as we call it, to the transition to different other models of economic systems out there. And fuel is not a problem for us because we are supposed to be producing fuel. But some people sabotaged it. and we will start producing fuel of our own, because even the refinery that all of you like to celebrate, owned by Dangote, was virtually built for him by Nigerian states.
Exactly.
So we have refineries. If we can't fix them as they are, we can break them down and make them into modular refineries. So if we are producing fuel in this country and we save 10 naira per liter, 10 naira per liter, do you know how much we save per day? Yes, it's not rocket science, but these people actually took money from they borrowed from outside to fix refineries, and they never did anything. They shared the money. Buhari's people. You found out that under Buhari, the NNPC stole 2.10 trillion naira. Femi Falana just wrote a letter to the Attorney General yesterday. There are over I think it's over 201 billion naira that can be retrieved from unpaid royalty, taxes, and stolen crude in this country. And if the Attorney General is ready to do that, we won't need to sell oil for the next 5 years. And you know, Femi Falana is not a frivolous person. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Revolution now. Who is corrupt?
ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ ìlú ń pè ọ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ò lórúkọ tiẹ̀ àti wípé ọmọ kì í gọ̀ títí sẹ́ẹ̀ kó gbàgbé orúkọ ara rẹ̀. ààfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà, tó bá dọ́jà báyìí wọ́n á mọ̀ bó dọ́jà ni. èmi tí ń tòótọ́ Samuel Owóyẹmí, fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ mi, fẹ́lẹ́ ní gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. èmi náà kọ́, Ọlọ́run ọba òkè ló fún mi ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà.